Alright, I've been grinding and grinding in week 1 here just so that I can get this triumph here. This triumph, very important triumph. Even the Destiny Twitter accounts have posted online to remind people or talk about it. The fellow friend triumph, which is achieving max rank with a syndicate. One of the syndicates, either the cabal, the fallen, or the vex. It doesn't matter which one you pick, just make sure you get to rank 5. Now, the way the ranks work, it's based off if you're rep or rank 1, it costs 1,000 rep to get to rank 2. If you're rank 2, then it costs 2,000 to get to rank 3, yada yada. So once you get to rank 4, right, it's gonna cost to 5,000 or 4,000. I forget already, but something like that, right? So we're talking about the grind, how to get there, and kind of show you guys, what I've been grinding to get a lot of rep, basically. So the gist of it is you're just gonna be trying to do the priority contracts. The priority contract is up here. I don't have it because I did it already. It resets every day. So on daily reset at whatever time it is, you'll have 2 steps to do. The first step is do 2 jobs in the Frontiers map here that is not your faction. So if you're picking, let's say for Vex, the Darcis Reformation, you'll see over here the legend, which is very important. Whatever, let's say now you do a Piker or a Totality. So when you hover over like this is Darcis, right? We don't do that one. This one is Piker, so this one's fine for the job, and then this one is Totality, which is fine. And then this is Darcis. So if I do either of these 2 here, I can get progress for the priority contract. The priority contract wants to do it at least twice. So you do it twice, and then in the next step, it wants you to do a contested territory. So you go inside this button over here, and you do any of these 3. These ones are the ones where you can get invaded in the first 5 minutes or the first encounter. Invasions don't really have... it's nothing scary. It's very easy to deal with, and even if you do die, you lose some revives. You get more revives by doing some side objectives. This is not a worry. Invading is not scary. Even doing invasions isn't anything crazy. Just remind you. I wish there was more invasions, but unfortunately, it's pretty bland in my opinion. Okay, so there is that. So once you do all that gives you roughly about 500 rep for 1 day. But also, don't forget, we have these contracts here. These contracts, when you complete 1 contract, it will give you a new contract. So I don't know how, because there's a percent here. I'm wondering if it's based off difficulty. I play on Grandmaster, and 1 Grandmaster completes 1 contract. So I'm not entirely sure if you play on low difficulty, this might seem like it's a little bit harder to do. But if you play on Grandmaster, you're completing these contracts constantly. Now, the best way to do this, the most efficient way to do this, which I did, is looking at this, reading this, and doing what it says. So for me, I need to do a job on Mars or Venus. So this is Mars, I think. Yeah, Mars, and this is Venus. And I'm trying to match the priority contract. So I'm trying to do both contracts at the same time, because it gives me 160 rep, and another one gives me more rep as well. So if I could do both these contracts at the same time, I'm earning more rep for 1 run. So making sure that there's that. But if there isn't any matchup, you still could do it if you want to. But do remind you is that these rotate very often. It's maybe every 10 minutes. I don't know what the timer is, but these change. Not the map, it's always the same, but they change their who controls it and what the job is. Either bounty hunt, sabotage, or smuggle. Okay, so you check back in a couple minutes. It might refresh, and maybe try to get both these contracts at the same time. All right. So that is that. Now, one important thing as well is these dark matter ingots. Now, you can unlock this, right? And not see a way to donate, because it is part of the post campaign quest. I think it's called the War Territory Begins. I forget what it's called, but after step 14, then you can donate. So I think before step 14, you cannot donate until you do a daily reset for the priority contract. So what that means is that the priority contract resets every day, right? So once it resets on the reset timer, if you have it done already, then that will check mark the step for that step. I wish I could show you guys, but I just don't have any footage of it or doing it. But other than that, you just have to wait for a full day to get that step done. And then once you get that done, you can spend the dark matter ingots to get rep. And it's 10 dark matter ingots for 100 rep, which is huge. Because for me at least, doing one run of those jobs, we get at least like 20 to 30 on Grandmaster. So that's like 300 rep right there, plus the contracts, plus the priority contract. You get like almost 500 per run at a certain point, right? So if you redeem ingots here, any of these chests, oh my god, what the? God, there's voice chat in this world. Anyways, so every time you redeem 10 ingots, you will get a drop, usually tier 3, because now it's tier 4 for me because I have the buff from fellow friends. But you can see every time we redeem it, we get 100. Oh, tier 5 as well. Okay, cool. We get 100 rep, right? So you're working your way towards getting to rep 5, and any of the vendors, you can always check in your map here before, or instead of going to the actual area, to the quartermaster. But you can see you need, is it 10,000 total? Better way to say 10,000 total points. You can check your ingots in your wallets on the frontier map, and you could do the math. I mean, it's simple math. I have 2,000 rep right here, so if I need to rank up, I already have the math for having 2,221. Oh, 200. Yeah, whatever. You know what I mean. Rep here. So that is very important. You get a lot of ingots just from playing the game and doing the contracts. You could do the invasion contract as well, which gives you 20 per day. This invasion, don't be scared of invasions. It's very easy to do. Most of the time, you're doing 1v1s, and that's like a 2-minute run. A normal 1v3 is like 3 minutes. So like you only get like 7 points. That's like about 2 runs there. Gives you a lot of ingots for this. So I don't know what else to say, but that's just been what I've been doing. Sure, just a lot of contracts and doing a lot of jobs. One big thing, very important, is this. So you'll see that if I want to swap, eventually you get to a certain step where you can swap your alliance in the war territory begins quest. If you were to swap, you will get more rep, more ingots and credits basically from contracts, not from the chest. You can't get 50% more from the chest, but just from contracts, you'll get more ingots, you'll get more reputation for that one day. So, but you cannot swap after you've done the priority contract. So I have to wait till tomorrow and I'll swap. So I recommend obviously doing one syndicate all the way through 100%. But now that I'm done one syndicate and I have the buff from Spider, now that what I'm gonna be doing now is I'm gonna do one alliance or one syndicate for one day, and then the next day I'm gonna swap to the other one and get 50%. So I'm gonna keep swapping between both syndicates and getting 50% more reputation for both of them for each different day. Okay, so that's the plan for me at least. And so after you've reached the max rep, you wanna make sure you pick up, because it's also similar to Edge of Fate. At Spider, you have to go ahead and pick up the buff. So once you get the max rep, you get the fellow friend triumph, talk to Spider, and you'll be able to pick up this right here. And this right here will give you, at Grandmaster difficulty, mostly all tier 5. So I've been getting a lot of tier 5 drops now. As you can see here, all these Star Wars stuff, weapons are dropping at tier 5. And the armor as well, we're dropping more at tier 5. You see we got more of these. I know normally in Grandmaster you normally just get at least 1 tier 5 at the end, but this has been dropping like 5 tier 5. So this is where you get tier 5s for these weapons and armor. So I truly recommend rushing and getting this done. I'm sure it takes a bunch of hours to get there, but I truly believe this is somehow, as Bungie's social media managers are really telling you guys, yeah, you should really do this. Okay, so that's pretty much the grind and what I've been doing. In my opinion, I think the best contracts to do, or the best jobs, unless you follow the contracts, of course, but the best job to do is smuggle. No, not smuggle. Sabotage. Sabotage is probably the fastest one, in my opinion. It's always the same stuff. It's always the first one is you got to do the orbs, which is not that bad to do. Second one is going to be I forgot what it is. It's the wave killing, and then the third one is you pick up the antennae and you gotta break the shields. That's pretty quick. That's like the boss fight, and then it's just extracting by arming the bombs, which are very quick as well. So it's I think the easiest one to farm and the fastest one to farm, in my opinion. But up to you. A bounty sabotage is smuggle is the hardest one because you gotta bring back and forth the cargo, which is annoying to do. And bounty's not that bad as long as you can. I would say if you have the strafe run upgraded, that thing just smelts all the bosses. That's another good tip right there, is using the strafe run ability and using the revitalize as well. If you max these out, these are huge, very good beginner ones in doing speeding through, giving your super more often, and strafe run is just melts every enemy in front of it when you max it out. Okay, so if you want to speed up the encounters, those two very good to have, that's for sure. And one last thing, which is not really part of the video, but if you want to get the impact mod, I think this is like Zur kinda. I mean, this Corsair has always been here. She would stand over here, but then it's Friday. Today's Friday, so I'm assuming this is a Friday deal. We can buy the exotic armor you get from the legendary campaign and another roll, and then you can buy the impact mod for the Praxic blade over here on Friday or the weekend, I guess, to reset, which is very important. The impact core lets you apply these verbs here just by auto attacking or light attacks, so very good to get if you don't have that yet. Okay, and that's it. That's pretty much it. That's just the video I just want to show you guys, talk about kind of the grind and how important the fellow friend triumph is. I'm working on getting a title still. I gotta do all this stuff. But anyways, it's been pretty good. So good loot, and we're gonna grind for sure.